I had to hop off the boat because we got way too much water on the boat.
So I've tried every family travel itinerary template that's out there, okay? We've tried the pretty ones, we've tried the color-coded ones, and the ones that everyone swears by. And yet, somehow, our trip still kind of felt exhausting. I'm a mom of four, and it took me way too long to realize the problem was not how much I planned, it was what those templates kind of completely ignored. And really, once I fixed that, family travel really did start to work and feel like a natural rhythm and flow. Most of your itinerary templates are built for adults who travel without kids, okay? So they're assuming that you're getting a full night's of sleep, which is a joke, that you have flexible energy, that it's easy to recharge that energy because you don't have to worry about kids, that you can do tons of fast walking, and that there's zero emotional distractions, and that there's really no little kid meltdown moments that you need to plan and account for and work through, okay? But we know that that's not necessarily true if you're traveling with kids in your family. Family travel doesn't really work like that. Like, that's just not natural, and that's just not what lots of us experience, especially traveling. Parents aren't just following a schedule or a rhythm, whatever word you use interchangeably, okay? Tomato, tomato, potato, potato, okay? We are managing so much more as parents. We are managing moods and hunger and transition and safety and expectations all at the same time. Like, I think about it like the juggling, right? You're like juggling all the circus balls, trying to keep them all from falling, okay? And honestly, no template ever accounted for any of that. And that is exactly why trips are falling apart, even when your plan looks perfect. Here's the one thing that no one really explains, okay? Trips don't collapse because of bad activities. They're collapsing because they're stacking so many things right on top of each other. Between your walking and then your waiting and then the heat and then the hunger and then right then another activity, because you might as well do it while you're here, right? Like, we need to get all these things done. This is what everybody sees when we're here. And each piece, when you separate them, they kind of feel like reasonable, right? They feel like, yes, of course, we're going to do all these things. But together, stacked on top of each other, they kind of drain everyone. But the template doesn't warn you of that, okay? Your itinerary template is not going to have a section that says, hey, you're about to cross the line, everyone's going to be depleted, you need to have tons of energy, okay? And this is the most important part, right? Where parents finally, like, that's the moment that parents start to blame themselves, okay? Quick pause. If planning trips already feels like super heavy, I've linked my free family packing list down below, and I'll link it up in the description too. It removes one more major decision before you've even left the house. And honestly, it's helped thousands of parents lower their stress instantly. Okay, back to the itinerary. So what finally worked really wasn't like a prettier, a better designed, aesthetically pleasing template, okay? It was the structure. It was a simpler structure. Okay, you have your one anchor activity that's in the beginning of the day, and the thing that you would be like the most disappointed if you really missed it, okay? And then space, okay? Pause, hold, don't plan anything. Okay. Then you have your gentle evening or your gentle ending. Okay. That is once your anchor has happened, everything else feels optional that you can choose to do or skip, but it doesn't feel like pressure. Okay. And that's where your freedom and your wiggle room comes into play. Okay. And this single shift alone changes how our kids behaved and how we felt as parents on vacation or on a trip. And this is where most parents accidentally undo it without realizing it. Okay. So us as parents, right? We plan for like the just in case, which is totally natural. Like, you're not at fault for doing that. That is a parent's natural instinct. Okay. I still do that. But it can cross the line if it's done too much, especially in your itineraries. Okay, we're also the just in case we have time, right? The just in case this is our only kid's chance, or the what if our kids get bored, right? Like, what if this? All of these things have good intentions, but they can easily slip into this trap, okay? Your just in case quietly turns into obligations. And now your template is running you. Okay, your template and your itinerary is in charge of you and you not in charge of it with your flexible room. Okay, your optional ideas are fine, but the optional pressure on top of it is not fine. And here's how you know if your itinerary is becoming overloaded before you even go. You need to reevaluate your template, reevaluate your itinerary or your trip planning guide, whatever you're calling it, okay? Make sure that your itinerary is not going to run you, but you are going to run it with flexible time as well. So before your trip, stop and ask yourself, what is the one thing that actually matters today? Where does your day loosen? It has to loosen at some point in the day, and I strongly suggest right after your main must-do anchor activity. And where in your day does it actually end calmly? It has to. If it doesn't, it's going to erupt. And if you can't answer these three questions, your itinerary is going to feel heavy. And it's not an if, it's going to, like it will feel heavy. And no matter how organized it looks on the outside, okay, it's not going to matter. And it's so crucial to remind you that kids don't remember how much you saw, how many things you did. They remember how the day felt. They remember the connection with the parents, and they remember the vibe of that day. And this is where parents finally can get some of this relief. This approach really does work because it respects real life, okay? Kids are getting that predictability, that routine that they need and they can thrive off of. And parents get margin for rest, margin to do run things, margin for error, margin for uh-ohs, accidents, and unexpected things, or traffic, whatever that might be, okay? But no one is racing against the clock. And this is the exact framework that I teach step by step inside my stress-free family travel course. Not more ideas, not loads of things to do to make sure that you hit every single spot before you go back home. It's just a way to plan trips without carrying everything inside your head. A good family trip isn't the one where you feel like, I did everything, okay? It's one that does the opposite. It's one where dinner didn't feel like a meltdown. Your mornings didn't feel rushed, and you didn't need a vacation after your vacation once you got home. And you weren't like, okay, I'm not planning one for another year. Okay. I don't want to do this. It's not what our goal here is, okay? Something's gone wrong if that is your feeling at the end of a vacation, okay? If everyone still likes each other at the end, you planned it right. You've done something right, mama, okay? If itineraries have never worked for your family, it's not that you're doing it wrong. It's just that the template was bad and it wasn't built for parents. So grab the free packing list below. And if you want help building trips that actually feel good for your family, my stress-free family travel course is also linked below, and I'll try to remember to pin it in the comments as well. And tell me in the comments, what part of your trip planning stresses you out the most right now? Because we all have the things that stress us out on the things that come maybe more naturally easier. So share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Bye.